Welcome to the Deadlifts and Pizza podcast, where we discuss no BS fitness and nutrition.
We're your hosts. I'm Laura.
And I'm Jamie.
Let's get into it.
All right, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was not that interesting.
Yeah.
How's your new maintenance going? Eating more calories. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm back into a cut now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
you did that for a week?
last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is your
Felt
weight
good.
done anything interesting or?
A couple days after upping my calories, it went down. So I got down to like 122, and that's where it's been.
Oh, it stayed there.
Yeah, I'm at 122 now.
That's cool. You were at 123 before.
Yeah, I hit 122 during the cut, but it went back up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's where it's settled now.
Yeah. I've got like 2.5 weeks. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, I literally have like 2 weeks left on my cut. So I'm just gonna like hit it really hard.
Nice.
And then we'll see.
So nice.
We'll see what happens on that trip because I'm gonna bring my calories up, but I'm still gonna be very protein conscious. And I'm probably gonna be, I don't know if this happens to you, but coming off a cut, you're kind of full. It's hard to eat a lot, right? Yeah. So I'm probably gonna feel that way the first, whatever, but I'll be interested to see what my body does because then we're home less than a week, I think, before we get on a plane to Korea. And I am eating out every day. And I'm going to eat everything I want. But it's eating out there is like you can actually really eat a really healthy meal and not spend so much money. It's so much different. But we are going to be eating out every day. And I'm going to be, again, I'm always nutritionally conscious, right? But I'm going to be eating the things that like, oh, I can't get this again, right? We're going to go to the coffee shop every single morning and I'm going to get my coffee with like boba pearls in it. And, so anyway.
Nice to look forward to that.
Yeah, but it's like, am I going to undo everything with 2 back-to-back, like, out-of-country trips? We'll see.
At least if you do, it's like not that hard to go back the other direction.
I'll probably go, after the Galapagos, I'll probably do, like, the days that I'm home that week, I'll probably just go right back to what I was doing, as not even maybe intentionally, like, because my body's going to want that. And I'll be active and everything. I doubt that'll really have that much of an impact. But I'll probably do that ahead of Korea. Like, Korea's going to be an eating trip.
Yeah. Yeah, I spent only a week and it was low maintenance. It wasn't like I was eating, 2,200 calories or more. It was like 1,900 is average. Maybe 2,000. Because I did have like a couple days that were a little higher. But it was probably, something like that. It wasn't a lot. So I didn't reverse anything.
Yeah. Dude, can I tell you what I'm obsessed with currently?
What's that?
Do you want to guess what I am just obsessed with?
Oh, your Ninja Creami.
Yes. I was like, she already knows. I already told her. Dude, and then I made, my husband's favorite dessert is like banana cream pie. He likes banana flavored things, which I think is gross. I don't like banana flavored things. But yesterday, so I made a vanilla base, but instead of like the vanilla pudding, I added the banana cream. They have a sugar-free banana cream. I was like, oh my God, my husband's going to freak out. So I put that in there. And then my ultimate plan was to like do banana mix-in and then top it with like vanilla wafers. But we didn't have any vanilla wafers. But I did do the banana mix-in. I didn't tell him what the flavor was because I've been trying something new like every night. And so I handed it to him and he was like, what flavor is this? And I was like, just try it. And he loved it. And actually, I really liked it too. It was so good. And something about, I've been experimenting too with like the ratios of amounts of things and whether or not to like add liquid before you spin it and all these things. Like sometimes it comes out crumbly. It's like how many respins. I'm trying to figure all that out.
Yeah.
The texture last night was like legit, not even like soft serve, like ice cream, like thick balls of like, oh my God, it was so good.
That's good.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah. I love it. I like it better. Like I said, I like it better than regular ice cream. I don't even want regular ice cream anymore.
There's no point. It's
just as good. It's not
just
better.
as good. Exactly. It was so cute. My husband was like, you should make your own like ice cream brand. Like, do you know how, because he's just amazed, but he's like, this is so healthy for so much like volume of food and the texture's so good. And he's attributing it all to me. He's like, you. And I'm like, no, babe. People, everybody. Like I'm doing what people online are telling me to do because I'm behind the 8 ball on this. I've been
Yeah.
making protein ice cream, but I have been making my mixture and then pouring it into ice cube trays and then pouring my ice cubes into a food processor, which does
Yeah.
work, by the way. If you don't have a Ninja Creami, that does work. It's a little bit more cleanup, but it's not bad. Just throw the pieces in, but it doesn't give the same texture and it's
Mhm.
harder to get there. There's like a process. You have to like add a little
Yeah.
liquid or whatever. It works. It worked for a while. I've been holding off on the Ninja Creami. I'm obsessed. And yeah, my husband's like, "You're amazing." I'm like, no. And I even had to tell him, he's like, I bet most people that was no, go to work. I'm just saying, like random people at work, just start asking everybody. If people don't already have one, they definitely know about it. This is not
Yeah.
I appreciate you thinking I need my own ice cream brand, but this is not me.
Mine, I have to do it differently because I like the instant pudding or whatever you use, the sugar-free pudding, whatever, uh, does not sit well because I don't do well with fake sugar or whatever. So I have to use low-fat cream cheese.
Wait a sec. Here's a question.
Yeah.
Could you just use the regular pudding mix and not the sugar free?
I don't like fake crap. I don't wanna put that in there. Like,
Got it. Okay, never
I don't
mind.
like that
Never
stuff.
mind.
I'd rather have cream cheese than that. So it's like a little bit more calories, but not that much, and it comes out really good, though.
Do you use light cream cheese?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then so then you're really just relying on the flavor of the protein powder you're using
Mhm.
instead of, like a little bit of a mixy matchy type deal. Like to get a banana
Yeah.
cream ice cream, I didn't have to go buy banana cream protein powder, right?
Exactly. I have,
Mhm.
like, 20 different flavors of protein
Yeah.
powder. It's insane.
So, this is a similar vein, but not ice cream. I was making those oatmeal jars for like 2 weeks in a row, and I made oatmeal steel cut. I love steel cut with the Legion protein. The cinnamon cereal is really good. And then I was topping it with like vanilla, non fat vanilla Greek yogurt, and then frozen fruit and then chia seeds, like a chia seed gel. And in the mornings, that sits in my fridge, but in the morning, all the juices from the frozen fruit is like really good. And I can make different flavors depending on the protein powder that I put in the oats and the fruit that I top it with. So I made like an apple cinnamon. So anyway, my point is I don't remember oatmeal. Oh, you know what I wanted to make? We bought a bunch of mangoes and I love mango sticky rice. Like I love mango sticky rice. And I was like, I could make like a mango sticky rice flavor oatmeal jar. I would need to flavor the oats like coconut. And then the vanilla yogurt would work fine. I could even flavor if I could get some coconut in that, like a coconut flavored coconut yogurt doesn't actually taste like coconut, by the way, in case you were wondering. There's coconut yogurt. It's like a vegan, doesn't taste like coconut. So if I could flavor the yogurt, that'd be cool. And then I could top it with mango. And then I was looking on Legion has a coconut cream protein powder.
Mm,
So, but I'm scared to try it because the other option would be to just use vanilla protein powder and then coconut milk, and you could get a coconut flavor, but coconut milk's really high in fat and calories, so, and there's light coconut milk, but you'd have to kind of play around with it. No,
oh,
like
yeah.
the cans of coconut milk,
Oh, the
not
cans of coconut milk. Got it, got it.
because
You're
if
right.
you buy the coconut
That's a lot
milk
of
that you,
calories.
like, drink, it doesn't
Yeah,
taste
yeah.
like coconut either.
No, no, no.
No, but cans of coconut you use for, like, Thai cooking, you could
Yeah.
use that. 'Cause that's what they use for mango stickers. Anyway, the only reason I didn't buy the coconut cream Legion is because I'm scared. Cause I wouldn't use it for anything else. Could you imagine just
Yeah.
drinking coconut protein powder? I don't think I would.
No, I don't I always put a bunch of crap in it anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah,
yeah, when I make my shakes, I try different flavors and things, but it's
yeah.
like
Doesn't really make that much of a difference.
it does, but yeah, it doesn't yeah, it's not a big deal what I use.
I feel like I need to, cause I wanna try it so bad, but then I got a little boost because when we were eating the ice cream last night, my husband goes, "You know what would be really good actually is, like, coconut." And I was like, "Oh, now maybe I'll buy it because now I have another." My husband would like coconut ice cream. Like, he likes
Yeah.
coconut flavored things. I'm not a huge coconut. Oh my god, my mom. Oh, I gotta buy some now. My mom loves coconut. She's coming to visit in 2 weeks. If I could make her some ice oh my god, Laura. Oh, I'm gonna get the coconut cream Legion, and I have to have it delivered soon, and I'm gonna make my mom coconut ice cream. Oh my god, she's
Sounds
gonna
good.
freak out. Alright. I'm so excited right now. Alright, so Ninja Creami can hire me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna now be an affiliate for Ninja Creami and Legion. So typical. Alright, what's up?
Um, I have a quick story that's probably only interesting to me, but maybe other people will find it interesting.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't talk about this on a podcast. Just kidding. Do
Or
tell.
like, I want to tell you, I guess. Um, so Caleb had a baseball game on Monday, and it's hard to bring Juliana to those things, right? Because she's, I don't know, it's hard to keep her occupied. It's like having it's like having a toddler that's the size of a 7-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
It's challenging. But there was a small park, like a small playground, I mean, in the back of the field, and there were swings, and she'll swing for a long time. So we were taking turns, and each one of us would go and like swing and whatever. So, or push her, and we'd like relieve each other. So it was my turn, and I was pushing around the swings, and there were these kids, probably like ages like 10 to 15 ish, playing football right next to the playground.
Did you join?
And I wanted to. I wanted to join. I'm like, I want to play too. Like, I'm watching them and I'm like, oh, I miss this. And it made me so happy because kids still do that. You know, they
Mhm,
like,
mhm,
let's play a pickup game of football instead of being on our phones all day. It made me happy watching them play.
mhm.
So anyway, they were playing and the one of the receivers like went in front of the swings. I'm like, oh, he's probably gonna, I have to watch and make sure Juliana doesn't get hit. So the quarterback threw the ball and it bounced and like was going towards her swing. So I like jumped in front of it. And then I grabbed the ball and
I'm getting excited.
and I threw it to the quarterback, right? Who's
Can I just say that I'm also finding it really funny that these are kids playing, but you're calling them receivers and quarterbacks. I would have been like, this one
yeah.
kid ran over here and this one kid threw it.
I think because it's just giving you an idea of like what position they're
It
playing
doesn't help me. It means
okay.
nothing to me.
So the one kid threw to the other kid.
Yeah.
I threw it back to the kid who threw the ball originally.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I picked it up and I threw it to him, which was like pretty far away, not like but whatever. I threw it to him, and it was the funniest reaction from all these kids. They made me feel like so cool
Because you
as a
threw it so
38-year
well.
yeah, they all went, oh, like that. He turned around and looked at me like astonished that I
Did you
threw it
get
so
this
well.
little energy
Oh, I
burst?
did. It felt so good. It felt
Oh
like
my
these little
gosh.
10-year-olds made me feel so special. And then the one kid was like, "Did you play football?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like a 38-year-old
You
woman.
should have been
No.
like, yeah.
I'm like, "No, I played like for fun when I was a kid." He was like, "Did you play like flag or something?" I'm like, "No, no, just like you guys are right now. Just fool around." He's like, "Oh, do you want to be my quarterback?" He wanted me to play on his team and be his
You
quarterback.
should have, because I was thinking this whole time you should have used that opportunity to be like, hey, can I jump in real quick? Like,
I
give me
would have,
5
but
minutes.
I was pushing Jules on the swing and
Ah,
I was watching Caleb
she
play
needs to learn how
baseball.
to pump. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I can miss his game and play
Abandon
football with
your
the little
children.
children.
Yes. That's
Anyway,
so cool.
it made me feel good. I'm like, I still got it. Still
Yes,
got it.
girl. That's so
Mhm.
cool. That's fun. I love that. I feel a little like that. I told you my taekwondo class, it's labeled as an adult slash
Yeah,
teen
yeah.
class, but it's like the oldest person other than me is 16, right? And a new adult just joined actually. I don't know if I told you about him. Is severely out of shape and overweight dad of one of the other kids. He really can only get through like the warm ups, but
Uh,
I was telling him, I was like, don't stop coming because you can feel discouraged. Just
yes.
keep coming because you'll do a little better every day, and before you know it, it'll be a couple months from now, and you'll look back and be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not the story. But the point of it is just that I'm with all these like kids basically, and I have fun because they like when you're like engaged. Like adults don't always
Yeah.
necessarily like that, but kids always like it, and they're always down to like be silly. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just me like being silly with the kids, and I get them in trouble because it's supposed to be we're supposed to be very serious and very respectful, and I'm always like whispering, and then the master's like blah blah blah, and they're like, you're getting me in trouble, and I'm like, shh, stop talking.
I want to be a child again. I want to go
Yeah.
play with them.
Oh, that's funny. So I was reading this interesting article about GLP-1s,
Okay.
and the more and more people that get on GLP-1s, the more and more information we have. And
Mhm.
one of the things that we already know is the massive I'm mad about this actually. I just like reinvigorated my anger. The massive issue with bone density loss and muscle mass loss because of rapid weight loss.
Yeah.
pisses me off that we're not
Uh-huh.
talking about this more. Like emergency lights going. I want to see articles. I want to see emergency Instagram posts on like, this is so important. You need to slow down your weight loss and pair it with strength training and eating enough protein and eating enough in general. Because here's another thing they're saying now. They're starting to put, not warnings, I want to say, but like the side effects, right? They're starting to let people know about the side effects. And one of the big side effects that is being reported is hair loss. Hair loss, especially with women. Women don't want to lose their hair, right? So we're seeing a lot of women losing hair and bone density on GLP-1s, but it's not because of the GLP-1. It's because of eating a severely low calorie diet. And even when I was reading through it, it says right there, people are not getting enough nutrients and they're not getting enough protein because they're not eating enough calories. And so they're losing their hair. And you know what the
Mhm.
response to that is? The
A
beauty
pill to fix the hair?
the beauty product industry is getting more money because instead of thinking, oh, how do
Ah,
I solve this? Oh, maybe I reduce the speed at which I'm losing weight, make sure I'm eating enough, make sure I'm getting enough protein. No, no, no. I'm going to go spend more money and go buy hair regrowth products. So now the hair regrowth industry is at the very beginnings of wanting to tap into this. You're probably going to start seeing a lot more like hair growth marketing. And there was I had to write this down, a Chicago-based marketing research firm, um, like did an estimate and they estimated that GLP-1 households spend approximately 30% more on beauty products than non-GLP-1 households. So now women specifically that are on GLP-1s are becoming a whole new market, not for an actual solution to the freaking problem, which is just slow down your weight loss and eat enough. Monitor what you're eating so you're not eating 800 calories a day. Strength train, and these things will go away.
I I have a bunch of thoughts. One, they disappeared.
All your thoughts, because I kept talking. You were just sitting there shaking your
That's
head
why I
like,
raised my hand because I lose my thoughts
sorry.
so fast. No, don't worry, don't worry. The nutrition. So your hair falling out is a symptom, but it's a sign of something bigger. There's a reason your hair is falling out. And
Yes.
it's because you're not getting enough nutrition, which means there are other things happening besides your hair falling out. So that's not just one like solution. Oh, no, I need to fix that problem. You're going to have to fix multiple problems. That's one thing. Two, I lost a second. It's gone. Oh, this happens with all like pills and drugs
Ex-
is that they come up with something and then that thing solves one problem, but it causes another problem. So then they just come up with another pill to solve that problem. So then you take that medication and then that has another side effect. So you need to take another medication for that. And by the time you're done, you're taking like 10
'Cause
medications
you're treating
because you had one
symptoms.
problem. Yeah, you're treating symptoms instead
You're
of the
not
problem.
actually treating root causes. And
No.
it's not just doctors administrating GLP-1s, right? I mean, there's, a health beauty clinics that, you don't have to be a doctor to administer it is my point. There's some kind of lower certification. I don't know what it is, but there's so many people on GLP-1s and the administrators of it are recommending women who are losing their hair to go buy hair regrowth products. What in the ever living F is that about? Like, I am angry about this. Like, all you need to do is track your intake, make sure you're eating enough. That's going to be the hard piece because you're not really hungry anymore. And then you get all excited about the fact that you don't have food noise and you don't really want to eat. So then we're back to being a teenager who gets excited about barely eating anything and thinking that's a good thing. Except now we're menopausal or perimenopausal, and the risk is way greater than when we were teenagers. Well, there's a high mental risk when we were teenagers, but the physical risk is way greater. You're going to lose bone density. You're going to lose hair. I guess you can regrow your hair with hair growth, but you can't regrow your bone density unless you do something. You get in the gym and you eat enough protein.
And I always talk about how important micronutrients are. If you're eating less, it's already hard enough to get
Yeah.
all your micronutrients in. If you're eating less calories, plus a lot of people like my mom was telling me, my aunt's on it, and she's like, she hasn't even changed her diet. I'm like, I'm sure she's changed her diet. She's just eating less of the things that she normally eats. So the things she normally eats, they're most likely not the healthiest things. It's not like she's probably eating like, all whole foods or something. So she's getting less nutrients than she was before, unless she's
Yes.
specifically changing the types of food she's eating on top of it. She's just eating
Yes.
less.
Dude, I'm eating 1,500 calories a day right now on a cut. 1,500 to a lot of women that I talk to who are so used to thinking they need 1,200, 1,100, 1,000 calories a day. When I tell them, oh, 1,500 would be a modest deficit for you, like, oh, I'm scared that that's too much. To a lot of uneducated, ignorant people, and I mean ignorant is in the actual form of the word, like you just literally don't know,
Yeah.
1,500 is a lot of calories, right? Like for other people, it's actually not a lot at all. I am struggling to meet like my basic low level fiber goal, eating almost all whole foods with 1,500 calories. Like,
Yeah.
it's really hard, so I can't imagine people on GLP-1s are not eating 1,500, they're probably eating less than that, and they're not, paying attention to the quality of the food as much as they should. It's, like, enraging.
Yeah, they already don't get enough protein, so now it's
Yeah.
even lower.
There's a woman that I know, and I'll stop it there, but I know her, like, kinda not
Mhm.
distantly, but yeah, she's not in my close circle. But I know her and I see her regularly throughout the week, and she has clearly lost a lot of weight, but she wasn't very heavy to begin with. She was kinda more average, but she's clearly lost weight, and she looks great, but I haven't commented on it because I don't wanna be one of those people that comments, "You look great just because you lost weight because you look great before." I don't wanna send that message. But then she posted on Facebook the other day, like, "Oh, I've always been transparent about my weight loss journey. Lots of people are commenting lately. Yes, I've lost weight. Full transparency, like I'm on Wegovy, my husband's on like Zepbound or something like that, and this is how much weight, this is how much weight he's lost. And we've tried that whole, we tried eating healthy, we tried working out, nothing was working. Of course, we still want to eat healthy and work out, but we needed that extra push. And like, she wrote a whole thing, and I was like, I call BS, not because I don't believe you believe that, but because I know what most people think is like quote unquote eating better, eating healthy. You didn't actually go down to the foundations and learn what that is. Because I also, little judgmental, she's one of those people who likes to post her whole life on Facebook, and she would post like making my family dinner, like as long as I can serve my children. And it was always like beans, tortillas, like high fat meat. Like I'm sure you're eating less of those things, but you're still not getting down to the foundations. You're still not eating enough protein. Like when you say working out, you're not strength training properly. Like,
Especially consistently, because a lot of people will
yes.
say, "I tried this and it didn't work," but they do it on and off, or they do it for, like, a week straight and nothing happens or nothing big
Yes.
enough happens.
Yes.
It's the consistency. It's like it's years, it's not just a
And again,
week.
honestly, I'm not even going to judge that. We have this GLP-1 medication. If you legitimately find it just so hard to implement all these things and then do it consistently forever, like I get that. If you want to take the GLP-1 to help, by all means, but still do the things. Learn the strength training, eat the protein, do it anyway, because the risk if you don't is too high. It's too high. And it's going to be so much harder to, yes, you can build back muscle, yes, you can build back bone density, but when you're already at a certain age and hormone level, it becomes so much harder to do that.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to maintain what you have than it is to try to rebuild it.
As a whole, just like it's like most things, as a whole, the concept isn't bad, especially if you use it properly. It's just
Mhm.
that most people don't use it properly.
No,
So
and
if you're using it the right way.
the people administering it are not
Mhm.
telling, yeah.
And I mean, I nothing against anybody who takes it because, like, if you it's like a obviously, if something's easier, if this makes it so much easier, then it makes sense why you're gonna wanna try it, but, yeah, just make sure you're doing all the other things on top of it.
Yeah, super important.
Yeah.
All right. Wanna play your game?
Yeah, and that leads me to
I
the
know.
there's lots of things in the yeah, I told you the one topic, right? Or the one so I came up with a game called What's More Likely? And so we're going to give each other, a scenario 1, scenario 2, and we're gonna say which one is more likely to happen. So I'm gonna go first. Yeah, I have more, so I'll go first. So my first one leads right into that. So, what's more likely? GLP-1s solve the obesity epidemic or they cause a bone density loss epidemic?
And do you have to pick one? Can't both be? Can't you be like,
Nope, that's the point of the game. You know,
ah,
what's
they're
more
both
likely?
more likely. Um, Restate it. GLP-1 solve the obesity epidemic or
Cause a,
cause a bone density
or you
epidemic.
could say it doesn't necessarily have to cause, but like influence. Like now there's a bone loss expectancy epidemic because it's already kind of a thing, but it
I'm gonna
becomes
go
like
with
so bad.
I'm gonna go with number 2. I'm gonna go with that one.
Me too, because solves obesity. I'm gonna say I don't. I think that it's possible that will happen, but how many people like that would mean that people would have to be on these things. Like everybody would have to be on them, almost everybody, forever, never get off them because when people get off them, they gain the weight back because they never learned the habits to begin with. So it would get really expensive. Everyone would need to be on them for like ever.
Yeah, and then there's 2 other holes I'm seeing. One is that we still have a issue with the price being high. So
That's what I mean.
obviously,
Yeah.
yeah, you're going to be priced out of it if you live in a certain population. Okay, so maybe we'll get to the point. I think, well, health insurance will more widely cover it. But even
Hmm.
then, people without health insurance or people with, so you're still like, you're going to have target groups of people who are not able to access it.
Yeah.
Number one. And then number two, I was just talking about this the other day. When you lose when you lose body fat, you don't decrease the number of fat cells that you have. The number of fat cells you have stays the same. What happens is the size of them decreases. So they fill up with fat, they shrink when you lose fat. However, the amount of fat cells that you have is is determined in childhood and adolescence. So
And
you
pregnancy, right? Don't you get more when you're pregnant?
more fat cells?
Yeah,
I
I think
wonder. I
that's
don't
like
know.
one of the only times in life where you can. I could be wrong, but I'm
Interesting.
pretty sure it's like one of the only times in life where you can actually get more.
Interest I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
That's interesting though, because that would well, yeah, because that would point to why some women say, like, after pregnancy, I gain weight easier, and, like, that could be an
Yep.
actual reason because it is shown that when you look at people who have lost weight and then regained weight, there are studies that show that the people that regain weight easier tend to have a higher concentration of fat cells. And so that would lead us to the conclusion or the theory that in childhood, if you are overweight as a child and you have higher amount of fat cells, higher number of them, even if you lose weight, it is going to be for the rest of your life way easier to regain weight because you have more fat cells to fill, right?
Mhm.
Um, and so that is still an issue because we're not gonna put children on GLP-1s, right? We're just putting adults, but we're not, like, teaching them the right way, so they might still have children who are going to be overweight, who are still gonna have this problem, and that so we're not necessarily solving the problem through GLP-1s because we're not addressing childhood, like,
Hmm.
obesity and overweightness in general with
That's
GLP-1s, which to me doesn't solve it. If you don't address it in childhood, you're not solving it.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Um, cool, good one. Is it my turn or are you gonna do all
It's your
yours?
your turn.
Okay. Is it more likely that protein is gonna turn out to be less important than we thought,
Okay.
or that the gut microbiome becomes the biggest health trend because of everything it's connected to, and we become like, "Oh my god," and there's all these things to help your gut microbiome and, like, fiber and all this.
The gut microbiome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I hope
I
so.
because I don't think we'll ever be like protein was less important than we thought. And I think the gut. I mean, we're still learning things, and still learning things,
Learning?
and I think that I think that we already know how important it is, but there'll probably be more research on it, and it'll be a little bit more mainstream, and
Yeah.
we'll learn things that because it's the second brain, right?
Yep. I agree. Also because protein turning out to be less important than we thought. Science is one of those things that science is always changing,
Hmm.
and we're always learning new things. But once we have learned something, we don't unlearn it. It doesn't become untrue. We just learn new things that add on to it. And the importance of protein is one of those things where, like, we have so much scientific proof of what protein does in our body and at what amount of protein those positive benefits happen, that the
Yeah.
only future science can show more things and can, like, make things more clear or show contradictory things, but it won't unprove what we already know, right? It's like
Yeah.
we already have that versus, like, the gut microbiomes, like, we can have all these theories and thoughts, but once we have more science that solidifies that, that's what's gonna kinda guide that conversation and that trend and
Yeah.
okay,
All right.
your turn.
Okay. This might need a longer explanation, but within our lifetime, we make such advancements in healthcare that 100 becomes the new 80. So, like, people are living in their hundreds more frequently, or lifestyle gets worse with AI and technological advancements that the average life expectancy is sub 70 years old.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking like thinking, why am I talking like that? So I'm thinking like uh anytime they come up with a new like AI for okay, let's start with the first one. Like AI is supposed to make it easier to find and new drugs and different things because trials, like when you do medical trials, a lot of times they fail, right? They're not very successful and they take a lot of time and a lot of money. Where AI is supposed to help streamline that and make it faster so that they're more likely to be successful because they're going to tell you all the risks. Oh, it doesn't matter, but it should make things faster and more successful, whatever. So medical advancement should be like coming quicker and faster, right? So that's the argument for number 1, but number 2, when I think of, like, any time there is a new, like, technological advancement, it always has, like, a positive effect, but then a negative one. Like, think of, like, our lives now that we need to search out exercise because we don't do it in our regular
Mhm.
in our regular everyday life. It's like we have to go to the gym. They made like, gyms weren't a thing 100 years ago. Like, people didn't go to the gym and lift weights because they did that anyway, right? So we had to like yeah anyway. So when it creates negative things. So I'm thinking like AI, we're probably going to be even less physical than we are now, and like not using our brains as much and just be
Yeah,
well, there's going to be negative things happening.
for
So which
sure.
one is more likely?
I still think the first one is more likely that the 80's the new 100 or 100's the new 80.
Yeah.
Um, 100 is the new 80,
100
yeah.
is the new 80. Yep.
But I think the quality of those years will be less.
Oh, you think so?
So
Yeah,
I
yeah, that
think
makes
we'll
sense.
get physical advancements to be able to extend our lives longer,
Yeah, yeah.
but I think that AI and technology might make it so, yeah, the quality is less.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I was gonna pick the first one. I'm always a little bit I'm more on the optimistic side for most things. But yeah, I would pick the first one.
Yeah. I've already noticed with AI with myself, like when I'm trying to solve a problem, like yesterday I was trying to solve a problem I was having with an automation sequence. And I was sitting there and I was figuring it out little bit by little bit and I was googling things and I was and I was testing things to see if something worked and then going back. And then I literally had to I remembered that Chat GPT and like AI was a thing and I was like, "Oh, and then I stopped myself because I was like, "No, I'm working so hard. I'm using my brain so much right now." But then the other part of me was like, "Yeah, but this is gonna take you it'll literally take you all day to figure this out because that's what I'll do, and then I'll stop to eat lunch, and I'll come back, and I'll tinker, 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 and then the day's gone, and I will have figured it out. But if I use AI, it will give me a streamlined response, and I can just follow the steps and be done in an hour." And so
Yeah.
I went and did it on AI, but I had the realization that like, dang, like this is exactly and then there was another time earlier this week where I was trying to think about something and I was like, no, AI will just tell me. Like it was like my brain already wanted to shut down and stop thinking because I knew I had this outlet.
Mhm.
It's crazy. And so can you
It
think about how that's going to affect children and the way their brains develop?
Yeah, actually, can I go into the next one because
Yeah.
it goes into that?
Yeah.
So my next one is the average IQ drops 10 points in 20 years, or they discover a drug that can improve the average IQ by 20 points.
Oh, so we can just now take drugs to improve
Yeah.
IQ.
Yeah. Because I mean, just like what you were saying, I'm thinking of like the same thing with like the gym scenario. I have a feeling that they're going to have to do the same thing for our brains, where they come up with a workout for your brain because we don't use them enough in everyday life. They kind of do they have kind of
Oh.
like games and stuff like that now, but like it'll be even more
Yeah.
advanced where that's like a big thing.
It'll be like, "Are you doing your 3 to 4 times a week for 30 minutes, like, brain
Yes.
games?" Oh my
Exactly.
god. Laura,
I have
you're
a
right.
feeling that's going to be a thing, and we don't write anymore. Do you know how much you know how good it is for your brain to write and be thinking through scenarios? And people use it to communicate. So it'll be like, how do I say this to somebody? And
Oh my
instead of
god.
you thinking about it and how you should word that, you're asking, "Yeah, it's not good. We're gonna all be done." Have you ever seen the movie
That's crazy.
Idiocracy?
No, I don't see movies.
That's right, you don't watch movies. It's a different like, same anyway, it was made in, like, the early 2000s, and I don't remember the exact. I had spent a while since I watched it, so I don't remember the exact premise, like, I'm gonna get details wrong, but it's about this guy who's, like, an average Joe, like, he's not super intelligent, he's not stupid, he's just, like, an average person, and they freeze him, like, I don't know what that's called, but when they freeze you to wake you up in the future,
Mhm.
right? So they freeze him, but then something happens where the company maybe goes out of business or something happens, so he just stays frozen, and they don't wake him up when they're supposed to. And then I don't know how far into the future, maybe a thousand years, I don't know how far into the future, something happens where it like hits his thing that he's in and he ends up waking up. And he goes into the future and he's the smartest man alive because everybody is just so stupid.
Is the
And
future like, when was this movie made?
this was made in the 2000s, I think.
So is
Early
the
2000.
future beyond today?
Yes,
Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, I it might be like 1,000 years,
I
2,000 years in the
I have to
future.
watch that with my kids. We
It's
were
it's fun. It's funny. So
we were talking about that. We were talking about getting frozen and seeing the future, so we have to watch this.
so he wakes up and he's the smartest person alive because I don't remember why, but all the smart people stopped having children because they were maybe the economy, they were worried like I can't raise we can't afford them, or
That's
maybe
what's
something to
happening
do with.
now.
Yes, I know. And but all the stupid people in the movie, all the dumb people were like, well, who cares? Let's have five. They don't care. Apparently, that's how dumb people talk. And they would have all the kids, so all the dumb people are breeding, and it just evolved to where we're all dumb people because
And
only those
that's
people were passing on their
that's
genes.
that's the reason everybody was dumb. There was no AI element to it.
No, there was no AI
Uh,
element, but it's just funny because it's yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Man, we have to watch that movie. That's so interesting.
sorry for the sidetrack, but so in 10 years or in 20 years, the
So
average IQ traps
what's more
10
likely?
points,
Uh-huh.
or it goes up 20 points because they develop a drug that can raise
In
it.
the next, you gave a timeline to it.
20 years. Yeah, 20 years.
I think it's more likely that the IQ will fall. I don't think we're gonna have anything for that.
You don't
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I don't.
I I agree. I
That like,
agree.
that's soon, like, maybe,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, because it's not that far away. 20, I
yeah,
mean, it is, but it's not.
right.
20 years ago was 2006, so that's what year I graduated.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Alright, what's more likely? That
Mhm.
nutrition and fitness becomes more of a niche interest because medication solves everything?
Like all of ours are very similar. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So it's not like everybody's interested in health and fitness in some way, right? Not anymore. Like, it becomes
Uh-huh.
very niche,
Okay.
because we have medication to solve everything. Or is it more likely that everybody does it correctly and, like, so well because it's so much easier to access all of the information,
Mm.
and it's easier to see the results because you have all the meds and you have AI, so it makes it easier to see the results. So we have more information online about actually how to lift, plus you have meds and everything's kinda easier, so now we have everybody doing it, like,
And
correctly.
you have like technology that is just so advanced that it can monitor everything and it makes you want to improve and see improvements.
Exactly. Yep.
I'm still picking number 1 though.
You think it's more likely that nutrition and fitness will become more of a niche interest because meds solve everything?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because most people, not everybody, but most people who search out, who want to add exercise into their life, it's always aesthetic. It's
Yeah.
not I want to be healthy until you get to maybe a certain age, but even then it's usually that's the starting thing that you're thinking about. What do I look like? And if there's
Yeah.
drugs that can make you, yeah, that's what I think anyway.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I think Hoy, I don't know which one I think is more likely. I actually think the second one is more likely, that
Well, that's
everyone
good.
everyone does it correctly and well, since it's easier to see results with meds and AI, and all the information makes everything easier to access.
That's nice. Like, by correctly, you mean that we're not, like, starving ourselves, eating enough we're eating enough protein, and we're not just doing cardio, we add strength training in, like, that kinda stuff is what you mean by doing it correctly?
Yeah, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong with this, maybe this is just like my own experience, but when I started like strength training and like really getting interested in fitness and all this stuff, it was like 20 years ago. And the
Mhm.
information on how to do it correctly was available if you went searching for it, but it wasn't just what was talked about. And social media wasn't really a thing. Like we had social media, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't like on your smartphone. It wasn't as in your face, right? Now I feel like somebody, so it took me a really long time to put all those pieces together. Whereas now I feel like somebody's starting out. There's so many people I talk to that are like, oh, I've been doing this for 6 months or 1 year and I want to do it right. And there's just information constantly being thrown at you about the right way to do it. So people right away are like, oh, there's a right way to do this. I want to make sure, you know?
But I don't know if people are always putting out the right way. There's a lot of people that put out some crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And when I go out into the real world, like, not
Hmm.
just our little bubble,
That's true. That
mm,
is very true. What you see in the real world and outside of our little bubble is still like,
yes.
oh.
Yeah, because people coming to you are going to be a different selection of people than the people at my
Yeah.
son's baseball
Mhm.
game,
Or the
you
things I'm
know?
seeing in my own personal algorithm.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Right, right, right. The amount of, reels that my father-in-law sends,
Yeah.
and I don't it's usually like 1 a day or a couple a week, and I swear in the last few weeks, every single one of them has been AI. And it's hard
Oh,
to tell. It's like a person sitting
yeah.
in their car talking about something, or a doctor talking about something, like, this is 100% fake. It's not even a real human. It's
Yeah, it's gonna be
crazy.
weird. It's gonna be
Yeah.
weird.
Alright, your turn.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Mhm.
You remember it's time to podcast
No,
with
start with what's more
okay.
likely,
What's more
because I feel
likely?
like you're just telling me something new every time, and I have to stop
Sorry,
and remind
sorry,
myself.
sorry. My bad. You're right. You remember or sorry, it's what's more
What's more
likely.
likely?
I don't know to talk. What's more likely? You remember it's time to podcast without any reminders from me for 6 months straight. And and you're on time. So it's then like you don't text me and you're like, "Oh,
Give
I'll
me
be there in
5.
I'm running a
Yeah.
little late. I'll be there in 10 minutes." You show up like I show up to the podcast and I don't speak to you about it before and you're just there
'Kay.
on time. And
'Kay.
that doesn't count like rescheduling.
Okay.
Doesn't count
I
rescheduling.
was like, "This week was great," but we
Yeah.
talked about it so much because we were trying to reschedule.
And I mean, rescheduling is allowed, so it's not like that's
Okay.
allowed. It's just that when we reschedule at the time, you're there, okay. Or I don't delete a single message I send you for the next 6 months.
Oh my god.
So I record a voice message, and you don't listen to it right away, and I just leave it there,
Which one's
and
more likely?
and I don't do the thing where I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. That wasn't important."
I think that you not deleting stuff is more likely.
You actually think me not deleting stuff is more
Yeah.
likely?
The
This is
reason
Go
being
ahead.
is because you don't have, like, involuntary control of that. It's a choice every time. For me, it's not a choice every time.
You think so?
Yeah, I have to it's not a
It's
I'm not choosing to forget, "Oh, it's Monday and tomorrow we oh my god, it's Tuesday," and you text me like, "We're podcasting today," and I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, I forgot it was
mm,
Tuesday." Like, that's, like, involuntary. Like, I can do things to make that better. I can implement different things to help improve that, but it's still an involuntary thing that happens, whereas with you, you're intentionally holding that down and choosing delete. And it might be really hard to leave it there, but it's still like
Mm.
a choice that you're doing. So I think it's more likely to correct that than it is to correct mine.
I don't know because impulsively, I'm gonna go back and forth. Like, should I delete? Should I delete? And eventually, the part that says delete it is going to win.
Sure, but you're still going back and forth. I'm not sitting there going, should I forget today or not? Or should I show up on time or should I not? Like, that's
I
not
know, but
happening. It's
you
like,
can still implement like tools that help. No, set an alarm
but
every
you could
time.
implement like a challenge for Laura. Like, when Laura
Yeah,
rises
see,
to a
that's part of
challenge,
this.
like
That's part of the scenario, though, is that we're
trying
not
to
like
change it.
we don't know this is a thing. So
Okay.
what's more likely? So it's not like I'm trying to not delete them. It's not
So
like
it's
you're
like
trying
what's more likely to spontaneously happen? A 6-month
spontaneously
streak
happen.
of you not
Yeah.
deleting or a 6-month streak of me
And
not
honestly, I don't think any of these are possible. The
right.
only way this would happen would be if we didn't podcast for 6 months or I didn't leave you a message for 6 months. But I but I'm choosing you. I think you would I think you're
I
more
choose
likely
you.
I think you're more
Pokemon.
likely to show up on
I
time
believe in
than
you more than I believe in
than
myself.
I
Ditto.
do.
I also
It's
believe in you more than I believe in myself.
we know our limitations.
Yeah. Yep. That's my answer.
All right. All right,
That's
that's
funny.
funny.
That was a
That's
good
funny.
one. Um, what's more likely?
Mhm.
People get burned out by all of the wearable fitness devices and data that we have, like we just talked about.
Yeah.
You get burnt out and you kind of stop checking all of that stuff and you go back to more holistic measures. Or people rely more on wearable data to the point where like we're all tracking everything all the time and it becomes like the thing to do. Sleep, blood pressure, insulin, all of it.
I think number 2 is more likely, but
Mm,
I do think number 1 would happen niche. Like, I think there will be a lot of
yeah.
people that are like, "I'm done with this." But if I'm choosing 1, I would say number 2. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the trend is more likely to be that everybody goes back to these more like holistic ways of like, but there would definitely be niche, like obsessive for sure. Yeah, I agree with you.
Oh, so you're saying the opposite.
No, I no, I agreed with you. It's more likely that everyone burns out and stops checking it, right?
No, I think it's more likely that we keep making such
Oh.
advancements and everyone's, like, really into tracking everything, especially when
Oh,
new
yeah,
things
that I
come
think the
out.
opposite. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I think it's more likely that as a whole, we'll get really, really big on all of these things, but as a whole, the trend will go more towards like, we don't need any of this data, but then there'll be these niche pockets of people who are like, I've got everything and, comparing.
That makes sense 'cause like, same thing. If I go out into the real world, do those people care? Probably not. Actually, I agree think I agree with you. I
Cool.
think I agree with you.
These are good, right? I did good coming up. She only texted me yesterday, right? Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
I had
I've only
less
thought about this since
I
yesterday
had like
too.
oh, okay. I had less than 24 hours of a heads up.
I texted you when I was thinking about doing it, and I only
Okay.
had, like, 1 or 2 or I don't even know. Okay, what's more likely? We are still doing the podcast 10 years from now,
Oh my god.
or you remain the pull-up champ, and I never surpass you.
Oh my god, number 2.
You think
I
that's
love you, but I don't think we're gonna be podcasting 10 years from now. I
uh,
also don't currently think I'm the pull-up champ between the 2 of us. How many can you
well, the
do? I've been really slacking.
current yeah, well, I guess we can go by, like, whatever like, since we've been doing it, I would have to beat whatever your number was, which was what was it?
I don't remember.
I can maybe do 9, 8, 9.
Straight pull-ups overhand?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I have not been doing pull-ups at all lately, and I wanted to be.
I don't remember, but I think I'm still, like, a half behind you.
So I will say even if you are doing more pull-ups than me now, like, I still think ultimately, like, are we talking both of these kinda 10-ish years from now? I still think it's more likely
It just
No?
means that you will always remain. Like, I will never catch up to you because it's gonna
Oh.
be flowing, you know? There'd be different times where, like, I'm stronger at different times where you are.
So there will be times that you catch up to me or surpass me. Well, then
Um, I'm just saying, like, that's my opinion. Like, I don't think I think it's I think more likely just because not that I think this is likely at all that we would podcast for 10 years because there's no way that you're going to remain the pull-up champ.
well, you said that so harshly. Um, the only reason I'm agreeing with you is because I think it might currently be true. I think you might
Okay.
you might be out pull-upping me currently, and that's the only reason I can't stick to my guns on this one, even though I really want to. I really want to. I think there's no way we're still gonna be podcasting in 10 years.
No, I don't think we will be
But you're
either.
saying it's even less likely.
Yeah.
And the only reason, again, that I am gonna agree with you is because I think you might currently be doing more than me. I think I can do 5 to 7 right now.
Yeah. I, okay, but I'm still saying like I don't know. I would stay. Okay. Okay. Sure. Whatever.
And if you can do less than me right now, then
I can do more than you.
well then
I can do
okay.
more than that.
If I can do more than you right now, if you and I right now, right this very second hopped up on a bar and I can do more, then I would
Hmm.
change my answer and say this is more likely to remain true forever. I would switch my
Okay.
answer. Yeah. Just
Okay.
want to make that clear.
So if I made it, if I said like I have to beat your number like the most you've ever done, it's like how about this? Okay. So since we've been doing this, how many pull-ups did you do? Like 9 or 10, something like that?
Something like
9.
that. 9.
Maybe?
I don't think
I
I've
think
hit
you did
10.
9. So, that means that I would have to beat 9 even though you currently can't do 9 right now because there's gonna be weeks where you're a little weaker
Oh.
and a little stronger. So, I would still have to beat 9. It's more
Oh.
of like a PR challenge than it is
Oh,
I'm
then I
stronger
switch
than
my
you at 3 times.
answer. I think it's
Okay.
more likely that I'll remain the pull-up champ forever.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm back to that one.
Okay.
I thought you meant like at any given moment you might be
No,
able to do more.
because then at that's, you know, there's times
Okay.
when you could probably deadlift more than me because 'cause I'm just whatever. So, go ahead.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So to change this to deadlifts, I would have to what's your max on deadlifts? Like 290 or something?
295.
So I would have to do 295 in order to beat that, not what I can deadlift more than you
Sorry,
currently.
285 I think was my max.
So I'd
Sorry.
have to do that. Like in a
Yes.
reverse scenario.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sorry. I
Interesting.
got distracted. Just go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. I think then the podcast is less likely.
Okay.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Mhm.
Okay. What's more likely that your gym outfit becomes more important than the workouts? Your gym fit, almost like it's a very social thing. It already is, but like even more so. Or that people fully shift to at home only workouts in your pajamas like forever.
And this is like everybody
Like
or and
the
the
major
trend.
I guess the major trend. So people walk in the gym and their workout could suck and they're doing the stupidest stuff, but it's the outfit they're wearing is like the thing.
I would say 1 because of social media, everyone wants to post themselves. I'm saying 1 is more likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. And people
Yeah.
fully shift to at home and pajamas workouts. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people that do that, but I don't think it's more likely to be like a main thing.
It's kind of what I do.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I don't think most people are me.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. Within 20 years, we have a pill that replaces the benefits of exercise with no severe side effects. Or research on the positive effects of exercise and disease prevention becomes so overwhelming, even though it already is, but even more overwhelming, that it makes it hard to ignore. And doctors start prescribing it as the first line of defense instead of medication. And insurance companies are legally required to cover personal training as preventative care.
Dang! That was a banger. Is that your last one?
Nope, there's one more.
Dang, that was a banger. Number 2 is more likely.
You actually think number 2 is more likely?
Yeah.
I think number 1 is more likely because I don't think the pharmaceutical companies will ever let that happen
Oh, that's a good point.
because they're the ones who lobby for that crap, and there's no big training company, no big training I don't what would you call it? Like, they call it big pharma. What would ours be?
Big
Big trainer
Trina.
that is lobbying at the government that's like, "You need to make this a rule that, you
Yeah,
have to people, insurance
big
companies have to pay for
big
this."
fitness.
Yeah, big fitness,
Big yeah, big pharma. But pharma's short for pharmacy, right? So it'd be big fit,
like pharmaceutical companies.
pharmaceutical. Yeah,
Yeah.
big fitness. Yeah, you'd need a big fitness. You
Yeah,
would.
you need someone in there lobbying for us, and
Uh-huh,
I don't think
uh-huh,
that's happening
uh-huh,
because there's not, like, a lot of money in that.
uh-huh. Huh. Yeah, that's a bummer. Maybe
Yeah.
I want number 2 to happen.
I
It
want
also
number 2.
it also depends on a timeline. I think we're closer to number 1 being more realistic, like a pill that, what did you say? Mimics the effects of exercise or replicates or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Um, I think we're more close to that actually happening, and we're in the mindset of wanting that with GLP-1s and AI and all these things, like, but I wonder if further in the future. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I know they have, they're probably in this is probably a thing that's in development and it probably will come out because, because GLP-1s are going to show to cause sarcopenia or muscle loss or whatever, they're going to come up with a pill that fights that. So I
Yeah.
know that like something is in development or something they're researching is like, remember when I was talking about, is it what is it called? The remember the, myostatin, whatever it is, the thing that,
Sounds familiar.
where something is it a protein? I don't know, something that prevents your muscles from growing. And they're coming up with something to, lower that,
Yeah.
lower your
Yeah.
myostatin or
We'll
whatever.
we'll yeah. We're 100% that's gonna happen. We're gonna have some kind of medication that is gonna be given alongside GLP-1 that prevents bone density loss.
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
gonna yeah, and we're not even gonna have to exercise or worry about
Yeah.
food. Oh
That's
my
for muscle.
god, dude.
I don't know for bone, like I did, they probably will still same thing, come up with
Yeah,
something, but yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be weird. It's weird.
Insanity. I can't. I can't.
Do you have any more?
Um, as I hold my fly swatter, I have one more, and
Okay,
it
I have
was
one more
similar
too.
to yours.
Oh, that's funny.
Is it more likely that strength training becomes medicine, quote unquote, that is prescribed by doctors?
Oh, that's funny.
Or is it basically more likely that it kind of stays the way it is, where or even becomes more of a niche, thing?
More niche.
Because we have, and that's kind of, I guess, similar to my other question. Um, is like because we have, instead of doctors prescribing that, they're going to prescribe GLP-1s plus the bone density loss preventer pill plus the muscle loss preventer pill. They're going
Yeah,
to prescribe those in like a trio, instead of strength training and nutrition. Is that more likely to happen, or is it more likely that, yeah, fitness and nutrition, like, with all of these advancements, becomes even more kind of like a
I
niche
think
thing
I think
because
it becomes more niche.
it's
I'm not
people
very
that,
optimistic about this.
yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it becomes more niche. What do you think?
I really don't wanna choose that one.
I know these are all things I don't wish are gonna happen, but I have a feeling they're going to.
I think it's more likely that strength training is gonna become medicine prescribed by doctors.
I wish. I would love that. That
Let's
would be
see.
amazing.
Let's see, I'm gonna go positive for this one.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have any more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
What's more likely? We do a 60 we do a full 60-minute podcast and at the end realize we forgot to hit record,
Huh.
or the newest episode goes viral and we realize we forgot to edit out the part where we argue for 15 minutes about whether a hot dog is a sandwich.
Does it have to be that argument, or could
No,
it be any argument?
I just put something ridiculous there because
Okay.
we argue about ridiculous stuff.
So, is it more likely that we do a great pod but forget to hit record, or is it more likely that one goes viral, but it was one of the ones where I forgot to edit out some form of
I said
stupidity?
we, but yes, you.
Yeah, okay. Right, clearly, we know that that was directed at me. I think that the second one is more likely.
You think we
Yeah.
would more likely go viral? Yeah, me too.
Well,
we
because
never
yeah, we've never once even almost forgot to hit record.
No, Jamie forgot to unrecord before, not when we were podcasting, but
Oh,
when she was when she did a live on Facebook, she forgot to end the recording because I think you might have also been doing it on Zoom, so you ended Zoom maybe, but you left Facebook there. And it's like like hours of her
it was like 2 to 3 hours of me.
working, eating food, and eating
Yeah.
it like a cow.
Yep.
With it like hanging out of your mouth.
Yep. I remember I was eating turkey cubes because I remember like chewing on that turkey, and I was probably talking to myself. I couldn't
I don't
even.
think you were that much, which is
Were
funny
you
because if it
watching
was
it?
me, you sent it to me. You told me to watch it.
Oh, like go back and
But,
scan this, please. Oh my gosh.
but because you sent it to me and you were like, but I think it's good content. Should I leave it there? I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't say it was good. I was just like, oh, because the initial thing that I recorded was good enough that I should leave all the rest because I'd have to delete that too. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
I would have had to delete the whole thing. So it was either leave 4
Yeah, you can't just
hours,
edit
but
it.
the first hour's really good, or delete the entire thing.
I'm like, I wouldn't be leaving that shit
I
there.
don't think I did anything that bad that warrants people
You
not being
didn't.
able to hear the content that was in the first hour.
You did not that I watched. You didn't. But if it was me, that would be bad. That
Yeah.
would be. I talk to myself a lot.
Yeah.
People like the other day, like yesterday, it's just I'm making dinner and my family just kind of ignores me. So I'm in the kitchen making dinner, singing and dancing and like just being weird. And they just both just pretend nothing's happening. It's just like a normal Tuesday, you
That's
know?
awesome. I
Yeah.
love that.
So that's probably why it would be me too stupid. I'd be
I
so
would pay to see
embarrassed.
that. I'd pay to see that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that was fun. Thanks for the cool idea. And as always, if you like this, please give us a 5-star review, like it, share it on the socials, subscribe, of course, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.